recording. Hello, and welcome to the Here with Joe podcast for Monday, November 13th, 2023. How you doing? How are you? I am here. You are Joe. Let's get into it. Hello, it's Monday, Monday, how my level's doing. I don't wanna bust your ears out with my voice, but I'm gonna sing to you. Levels look good, and I'm gonna keep on singing like a meat house. I mean meatloaf now. Okay. As you can see, I'm feeling quite a bit better. I am happy. We just did our 6-week post-op operation visit with the doctor. Everything's looking good. I feel good. My back don't hurt no more. My foot still don't work. And my talky voice don't talk too good. But we are feeling good, and tomorrow, finally, your boy, Joe Abistocker, the greatest athlete in the tri-state area, is finally getting back to being able to do some physical activity. All right, we are going into physical therapy, folks. Finally, I can do something other than walk around the neighborhood like a 90-year-old man. Okay, a 90-year-old man who lost his wife 20 years ago and is wishing he would follow suit, but he doesn't have the gall to just take his life himself because he has a slight remaining ounce of religious guilt left in his soul from his younger days in an old life, an old world that doesn't even exist anymore. And so he trembles through his lifetime remaining days, decrepit and wrinkling into a sunburnt, filthy body. And all he wants to do is relinquish himself from this land. But he can't because he's terrified of a God that might not be there. And so he waits for whatever extraterrestrial being that's out there to take him from here so that he has the slightest, even if just a point percentage chance of seeing the love of his life again, even if she would remember him at this point. As there's been as many years gone since she's left as there were before he met her. And I am tired of walking around the neighborhood like that. Okay? I want to work out. I want to be able to sweat out of I want to use my body, for God's sakes. Please. I'm a caged animal here. But anyway, I feel good. Feel real good. Anyone take gabapentin? Does anyone take? They got me taking gabapentin, and it's one of those medicines that, like, they made it for one thing, but now they just prescribe it for everything. From what I can tell, it is a seizure medicine. It's for people that have epilepsy to keep them from having seizures. But my wife takes it for, I think, anxiety. I don't know, one of those things. It's for anxiety. But then I now take it because apparently it helps nerves heal. Maybe. That's a lot of different things that it's doing. That is the olive oil of medicines, it seems like. All right? It's if you know what, everyone from the Mediterranean has a grandma, whether you're Italian, Palestinian, everything around there. Croatian, I think, is part of the Mediterranean. Anywhere with all the olive trees. Everyone there has a grandma that just gives you spoonfuls of olive oil if anything is wrong with you. Rub olive oil on a cut. It'll help. probably. That seems what gabapentin is in the medical field, because everyone they give it for everything, I guess. Tell you what's happening though is I never have crazy dreams, and I am having fucking wonky ass dreams. Okay? And last night, or a couple nights ago, first time in like 12 weeks, I actually had some drinks. You know, I had a glass of wine on my anniversary and a couple beers on Halloween, but I hadn't really drank since my back went out. A couple nights ago, I had, 2 gin and tonics and the last bit of my wife's martini. So I was feeling it. Feeling a little tipsy. Came home, though. Was fine. I remember coming home. At the time that I walked in my house, till when I woke up, though, I have no memory. And I wasn't fucking hammered. All right? But I have no memory. And I sent a text that night that I have no memory of sending. Nothing weird. It was just a regular ass text, but I don't remember sending it. But I remember everything else about the night. And then I woke up in the morning mad at myself because of what I did in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, I was 1,010% sure that I'd gotten up, ordered a shit ton of Taco Bell, and had a photo shoot in the living room. Are you hearing me? I woke up, I knew the picture that was there. I was confused about who took the picture. Who did I get to take this picture of me in the middle of the night with Taco Bell? And it wasn't weird sexual pictures. It was just me like faking running with a bag of burritos. It was a few pictures. Bonkers. And I woke up I was mad at myself. I was like, why did you do that? Why did you waste money getting Taco Bell? Why did you did you post those pictures, Joe? Are you out of your goddamn mind? So I begrudgingly woke up earlier than I wanted to because I needed to clean up the mess in the living room of all that fucking Taco Bell that I did not eat and all the camera equipment that I pulled out of the closet for whatever goddamn reason. And then I go in the living room, it's not there, and I realized right away, that was a dream? I have never had a dream that vivid, that real, and that stupid all at the same time. So gabapentin, I think, maybe I won't drink on it anymore. I mean, maybe if I planned for that. I mean, that's kind of fun if you know you're going to have a vivid dream like that. But it just came out of nowhere. Maybe I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll give myself a test run. I'll let you guys know next week or the week after. I'll drink a little bit and do it. But you know what? I feel like I healed pretty quick because I haven't been drinking. I think I might have to extend the no drinking for a bit. Booze is poison. All right? We all know it. It is the best drug. It's amazing. I'm sorry, but it is. All right? In moderation, alcohol is just the best. But it is killing all of us. We should have the same feeling towards booze that we have towards tobacco, and that, like, what do you do? Like, why? What are you doing? The thing is, with booze, if you can actually control it and have just a little bit, it's fucking great. It is so good. All right, we got people walking by, and this is the worst part of the podcast. Oh, man, we are getting dark. It's getting dark earlier these days, folks. Might have to fix the camera. I wonder if I can I turn on a light on this bad boy? That's only on the back-facing camera. All right, so you know what? I'm sorry. The clips are going to look a little weird on this one. Maybe I can pump it up in post. No, that's worse. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Booze, bad for you. If you have a problem with drinking, definitely stay away from it. No point in doing that. But, man, a small amount of booze. Just drinking like one drink for the night, just to make your cheeks a little warm, give you that little grin. But after that, stop. Once you're grinning, don't drink anymore. You know? That's what booze is good for. If you can't make yourself stop after one drink, then booze ain't for you. All right? Just like if you can't take one hit of weed and not convince yourself that all your friends hate you and that you're actually the biggest loser on the face of the earth, weed's probably not for you. Okay? If you can't smoke weed, or if you can't do mushrooms and not go into an existential crisis that lasts after the trip is done, and convince yourself that reptiles are controlling the government, mushrooms and psychedelics aren't for you. Okay? We all have the things. What drugs aren't for me? I gotta be honest with you, I never liked acid. Did acid once, which I know, like, okay, I did it once. Does that mean you don't actually like it? But I didn't like it so much that I was like, because it wasn't fun. All it did was just make me, like, sad. I was just sad for, like, hours. And it was, like, an intense sadness and, like fixation. Okay, so I don't think acid's for me. Powder and pills, never got near them because I knew all the fucking jackasses that sold them. They were my friends a lot in college, but I knew how shady they were. I knew none of it was as pure as they said it was. Why would they get the pure shit? Even if they believed it, why would the person selling them give them the pure shit? Why would they waste it on them? Your name is Spider, okay? I've known you for 4 years. That's the only name I know you as. Okay? Why would anyone waste the pure stuff on you? You're selling to 18-year-olds. Powder and pills. I think powder and pills are done for now. Like, if you can't listen, I don't care what your thoughts are on drugs or anything like ecstasy and coke and all that stuff. Whatever, if it's something that you can handle or not handle, put that aside. The shit's tainted, okay? You can't trust it anymore. Fentanyl's out there and it's killing people. So, sorry. Our generation ruined that one, okay? And I don't mean our generation like people my age. I mean our generation of people living right now. Fuck that one up. I don't know who's really to blame for it on an individual basis, but it is what it is. Powder and pills, it ain't worth it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even have I'm not even that into the scene of drugs as far as my friends and friends of friends that intensely. And even I have I've had 4 people that I know or know of in the circle of friendship die in the last 3 years. Okay? It ain't worth it. Cocaine was never worth it anyway. Cokeheads suck. All right? I'm sorry if you're someone who enjoys cocaine, but when you're doing it, you are obnoxious. No one wants to hear what you have to say. And that's coming from someone who says a lot of things that no one wants to hear. Okay? All right? Take it from me. I'm an expert in rambling about things that don't need to be rambled on. But you know what? When I do it, it's cute. Any other drugs that are just not for me? Never got into it. Really just anything addictive. And I mean actually addictive. If it's addictive, why? Why are you wanting to put yourself down that path? That's why I'm so hardcore against tobacco. It's dude, it's extremely addictive. You know you're going to get. You think you're always going to be the way you are right now? No, you're going to get to a point where you're trying to change your life in some way, and you want to have something that's actually keeping you from being able to do it. Come on. Addiction sucks. Speaking of addiction, I'm about to go play a poker tournament. So who the fuck am I to speak on anything? What else is going on? Palestine's still getting bombarded. I hate that I have to talk about it on a fucking comedy podcast. God damn, it got dark. They got dark physically and emotionally right now. God bless Palestine. Free Palestine, please. We've been begging for a long time. You know, tell you guys a story. I had the opportunity to perform in Palestine last year. Okay, stand-up comedy in Palestine. It was awesome. It was life-changing experience for me. Going into it, I was kind of worried. I was like, not worried about safety. I was just worried, like, you know, I don't want to fucking bomb. I actually give a shit. I want to do well, but I don't know, like, what I talk about on stage is going to work over here. I don't have that much Arab material, and the Arab material that I do have is really from the point of view of being a Americanized Arab. Like, it's from the point of view of, like, an American culture standpoint. So I was really worried. I was like, what are they going to get, and what's going to go over their heads? And the whole, like, 2 weeks, because I got booked on it, like, 2 weeks before we fucking shipped out. For like 2 weeks, they were saying, don't worry about it. It's like it's a liberal crowd. It's mostly going to be like college students. A lot of like Palestinian Americans there because it's the summertime. A lot of people are like over there visiting their family. So really just like do your fucking act. Don't fucking try to like, and then, you know, you'll adjust as you go along based on what you see is working, what's not working. But don't worry. It's going to be very like youthful crowds. You know, it's not going to be like a super religious crowd, anything like that. First show, it's just a sea, 200 people, a sea of every aunt and uncle in my life, basically. Just old, conservative looking, like, you know, it was just, and nothing worked. Bombed. Let me tell you, I fucking bombed that first show. This is like, and I gave a shit. I was trying my best. I was like, dude, it was so important to me. I'm like, in my father's land. I want it to go so well, which is a death trap for any stand-up comedian anyway. We always do better when we don't give a fuck. And I'm going in basically with the weight of my ancestors on my shoulder. I want it to go so well, and I fucking do you know how bad I bombed? I swear to God. I am ashamed to say I bombed so bad. I went to the green room and I said, give it all to Israel. All right? Specifically these houses right here. No. I'm a proud Palestinian, but I am a salty comedian. Okay? But having said that, it was just the first show, and just like they said, it was like, you know, apparently the first show is always the hardest. Of the Palestine Comedy Festival. And then the rest of the shows were incredible. It was beautiful. It was a great experience. I got up and was walking around the city every morning in Ramallah. Got to know some people. The rest of the shows were great because it really did end up being a lot of like young, like college student age. A lot of like intellectuals were there. It was just beautiful. It was very beautiful, and all the shows ended up being fucking awesome. And the experience was great, you know? And even the bad parts of the experience were great. Not great in that they were good, but great in that I was able to experience firsthand some of what Palestinians have to go through every day. Because I wanted to make sure I was there as a Palestinian, not as an American visiting Israel and Palestine as a third party, like looking around. I wanted to be there as a Palestinian. And you know what? The Israeli military let me know I was Palestinian right away. Okay? More guns in my face than I thought would happen. Okay? Everywhere driving through checkpoints, going through checkpoints in the walkways, you know, you just have guns in your face. You have people treating you as a subhuman. Okay? That's what it... I'm glad I got to experience that so that when I talk about it, I understand. Now, I'm not going to be able to understand because at the end of the day, it's kind of like when a rich kid moves to a poor neighborhood after college so that they can experience life, real life. But it's like, you know what? You still have your daddy's money waiting on you, all right? yeah, you don't have a lot of money in the bank because you're working as an intern at Google or whatever. But the fact is, you don't have the shame, you don't have the fear of not being able to replenish that money just at the phone call. Okay, so as I was going through all this, I understand that I still had my American passport. I can always just like go home. This isn't my day-to-day life, but I could at least make myself go through it in the moment. And it is fucked up that people have to, live their life in a state in which they are reminded every day that they aren't as valuable in the eyes of the government that is surrounding them as another group of people. Okay? That's the apartheid state. That's what it is. And, all this shit that's going on, I hope people are seeing at least, maybe learning. I feel like every time something happens, more and more people learn. I hate that it happens only when horrific things are happening. I wish people would just learn when, people are just speaking on it and actually listening rather than waiting for horrors to happen and you have to see disgusting shit online. I don't know why I'm talking about this on a comedy podcast, but it is what it is. Tell you what, going through the airport was pretty fucking crazy. Going through an airport all the time is pretty crazy. I know Middle Easterners have always had a hard time at the airport. I never really experienced that. I think I pass a little bit. I don't know. I also think in America, I don't think it happens as much. It probably happened a lot right after 9/11, but I think at a certain point, I think it actually stopped happening as much to Middle Easterners because it's almost like, like the person working TSA. Do we really want to stop this person? And they're probably fine. Do I really want to be the guy stopping the Middle Eastern guy in the airport? It's almost like we were more safe from it. But in the Tel Aviv airport, that is not true. It is complete darkness in this. I wonder if I'll be able to brighten this video up. I don't know. It was not like that. I got held over in the corner of the airport, not even in a room, just in a corner in which all the Arabs were sat as they went through. It was 5 hours. 5 hours of having to go in and listen to have this lady ask me questions, come back, sit out, go back in, more questions, and then questions that they're poking at you, who's your dad, is he alive? How did he die? Where was he born? Jerusalem, Palestine. Well, Jerusalem. It was very much goading you into getting mad. I didn't get mad, but it was a very clear, and we were warned about this before. They're gonna ask you questions to try to get you to upset, and they're gonna be rude. And she was very rude. I told her I was a comedian, and she got mad at me for being a comedian, which fair. So you're funny? Yeah. Okay. That's what she said. Fair play, quite frankly. That was an exchange. 5 hours of being dehumanized and sat right out it was in a dusty corner of the airport that we were all sitting on a couple benches and the ground as people happily walk through the gate to leave the security area. It felt very deliberate where that corner was in which we all had to sit and chill. 5 hours, and not once in those 5 hours, not one time going through security in those 5 hours or in the 2 hours coming home through security, not one time did they ever ask me to take my shoes off. Okay? Not one time did I have to take my shoes off in the most intense security screening I've ever gone through. They didn't ask me to take my shoes off because that would be insane. Okay? That would be crazy. Why are we still doing this over here? Can we please go through the airport without the stench of soggy socks. Okay? Please. United States. What foot-based terrorism is still happening? It's never happened. It happened one time. One time. And, like, we go through the scanner thing. Wouldn't it pick up shit in the big scanner thing? Please let us keep our shoes on. It's gross. It's disgusting. It makes everything go just a little bit longer. And I'm going to Denver, dude. Is a lot of foot-based terrorism happening between Tampa and Denver and LA? Come on. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's coming up. One of my favorite holidays. And I like to say it's not just a holiday. It is the first day of the holiday season. Oh, beautiful. Thanksgiving is so underrated, okay? Thanksgiving is an underrated holiday. I'm saying it right now, okay? Thanksgiving, the whole point of Thanksgiving is love and food. That's it. That's all it is. There's no underlining meaning of Thanksgiving. I know it's like, back in the day that's all about like the pilgrims or some bullshit. No one gives a fuck about that. All right? No one has ever really given a fuck about whatever origin story of Thanksgiving is. Not one person in the country today is celebrating Thanksgiving based around any old folklore of pilgrim times, okay? So it has nothing to do with that. It has way more to do with just getting around with your family or the people you consider familiar to you, your friends, and shoving the best food that you can cook, the food that you are proud of to cook. Everyone make the thing that they are the most proud of and set aside any dietary goals. Obviously, if you have dietary needs, like medically, but like if you're trying to lose weight, today ain't the day. All right? I want all the butter. I want all the cheese. And shoving all that down your gullet until you pass out while the Lions are getting their ass kicked and the Cowboys are wearing some cool ass colors that they never wear in the background. You do all that and you love each other. All right? For one goddamn day, you love each other. And you shove food in your mouth. And that's all it is. There's no other message. You just eat and love. What better holiday than that? There's no fucking, sure, the next day we get right into consumerism with Black Friday and all that shit. But for this day, for this Thursday, all we're doing is eating and loving. There's no fucking need to buy anything for anyone. There's no need to go out and get drunk. There's no one trying to tell you today's the day you gotta drink a bunch of shit. No one's selling you anything unless it's just turkey. Like, you don't have to eat turkey if you don't want to eat turkey, but you gotta buy something to eat. That's it. You're just eating, and you're eating a meal with people. It's beautiful. It's goddamn beautiful, and it's the most underrated holiday. And another thing I like about it is it's day one of the holiday season. Fuck Christmas. I mean, I love Christmas. Christmas is amazing because Christmas is what I celebrate. But Christmas is just one day of the holiday season. From Thanksgiving to Christmas Day, it is one holiday. It's like weeks. It's like a month of holiday. And it's beautiful. It's my favorite time of year. Everyone's getting nice to each other. Projects at work are kind of like, the schedule is kind of like, we're being lenient on the schedule. Maybe we make this deadline. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just push this to next year. Let's do what we can. People are going to be out of town, you know. We're buying presents for each other. I love buying presents for people. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Shit, we're at 30 minutes. I really need to not be sitting this long. So God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving. It's coming up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any goddamn clips out of this unless I bump up the light like crazy. Well, this is fine. At least it's something. Really forgot about, you know, the whole time change thing. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Thank you so much. We've gotten like 6,000 new followers. God bless you all. Thank you for joining. Let's keep doing it. Keep sharing. Keep doing the thing. You know, it means the world to me. Like I said, my back is getting better. I am back on stage. I'll be doing a bunch of shows in LA for a while. Obviously, the holidays are coming up. I'm doing a lot of PT, but next year, we really want to get out on the road and come to your city. So please sign that email list. Like, that's it. That's the whole way I'm going to be able to come to your city, is if you sign that email list, link in the bio, and I'll hit up comedy clubs. If you see me post clips online, tag your local comedy club in the comments. Let them know. Be like, hey, bring this motherfucker here. I want to come to a show. That's it. You know, I thank you so much to everyone that DMs me and say, hey, come to here, come to there. Those DMs get lost, and it means the world to me that you're asking. But if you really want me to come, the email list, and you know, at the very least, comment it in the section with your club, because that's all. You know, comedy clubs don't know me, you know. And they're not going to care unless they see people wanting to buy tickets. So that's what it is. I think that's it. I think so. There was something else I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember now. Overrated stuff. I think I talked about Thanksgiving is underrated holiday. What's the most overrated holiday? St. Patrick's Day. New Year's Eve. Overrated. Really, I worked in bars. So any holiday that isn't a real holiday, it's just a day that bars are trying to get you to get shit hammered drunk. It ain't fun. Learn how to have fun on a regular fucking Saturday, okay? Save yourself some money. If the holiday is just drinking, it's not a real holiday. I know St. Patrick's Day is a real thing in the Catholic Church, but are you fucking Catholic? No. And if you are, go to church, all right? Don't go to fucking McGallagully's pub and fucking black out and hit on your boss's sister, okay? Fucking, if the whole holiday is just getting blackout drunk, New Year's Eve, Cinco de Mayo, St. Patrick's Day, and that's it, and maybe dressing up in a slightly offensive outfit, of those, New Year's is the most fun. But really, you gotta know how to do it for New Year's. New Year's isn't a going out holiday. Because, again, then it's just a bar trying to upsell you shit. New Year's is a get your friends and have a party with your people. Have it be extravagant. But if you can't do that, just fucking stay home. It's whatever. Relax. You've fucking spent the last month, Thanksgiving through Christmas, gaining 40 pounds, okay? Maybe take New Year's to relax. Day one of your new life. So that's overrated. Oh, I was thinking about this. Underrated. Apologies. Apologies are fucking great, all right? A real, true apology that you mean can really fix quite a bit. If you're actually sorry, this is one thing Christianity got right. If you're actually sorry and you tell someone you're sorry about the thing, it actually does. The person can tell, right? And here's the thing. Here's the big kicker. And anytime you go to apologize, say this in the back of your head before you apologize so it doesn't come out. Apologies and natural blondes. Okay? Apologies and natural blondes. No buts. They don't have butts. Okay? No buts. You can't say I'm sorry, but this, and this. Negates the apology. Just say you're sorry for the thing. Okay? If you're actually sorry, just say you're sorry for the thing and leave it at that. And then whatever you were going to say but about, give it a little bit. Maybe come back with, and by the way, this and this is something that's on my mind. Later. But if you're saying the apology, you can't, it's got to be 100% blonde Becky, okay? Flat ass. No butt. No butts. Underrated. Apologies. It's good stuff. What else is overrated? All right. We had underrated, apologies, and Thanksgiving. Overrated. All those holidays. And what's an overrated food? Ooh, you know what? At Thanksgiving, overrated mac and cheese. Okay? Everyone thinks they got the best mac and cheese. You know who has the best mac and cheese? Kraft. Velveeta in a close second. I'm a big fan of Goodles just because they've figured out a way to taste like Kraft while having some protein in them. But mac and cheese is the processed stuff. All right, give me just the... That's what mac and cheese is. Your cheese, your mac and cheese that you're putting your crumbles on top, everyone thinks it's special. It's not. You put too much cheese in there. There's too much of everything in there. It's a fucking gut bomb. And it coats my mouth in butter and cheese where I can't taste anything else. The mac and cheese is a side dish, sir. I don't need you fucking loading me up. I'm full after one bite of this shit. But everyone's got it. Everyone's like, my mac and cheese is different though, man. I use real cheese. I don't want real cheese. It's mac and cheese. I want fake cheese. Not to them. So yeah, that's an overrated Thanksgiving. Overrated any sweet potatoes with marshmallows. Get the fuck out of here. Why would you mess with perfection? Sweet potatoes have nothing. You don't need to do anything to sweet potatoes. You put them in the oven and you let them bake until they're oozing out with sugar. They're called sweet potatoes, all right? Why are you adding sweetness to the sweet? What, do you sprinkle sugar on top of your ice cream, you fucking freak? Are you insane? It's sweet enough. Like me. Look, I don't want to blow my load on all my Thanksgiving talk because we're going to talk a lot about it this month. We'll talk about a different dish every week. How about that? All right? We'll go in more into it. Guys, it is 39 minutes. At this point, I need to get out of the car and walk around, or else I might break my back again. Okay? Thank you so much for coming. All you new folks, welcome. Welcome. And keep sharing the shit. All right? Love you all. Free Palestine. God bless you. See you next week.